Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Emlearning, Explore the Unexplored. Today we are going to talk about top 6 most unlucky people in the world. Number 6 is Roy Sullivan. They say lightning never strikes twice, but it struck Roy Sullivan a whopping 7 times. Yes, 7. Roy was a US park ranger in Virginia and was known as Human Lightning Rod. He holds Guinness World Record for the amount of times lightning has struck one human being. The odds of being struck by lightning in your entire lifetime is 1 in 3,000. Isn't this unbelievable that he was struck 7 times in his life and survived? He was struck between the years 1942 and 1977 and survived all of them. He was first hit in 1942 and lost a toenail, then in 1969 lost his eyebrows, 1970 his left shoulder was injured, 1972 hair set alight, in 1973 his hair was set alight and legs were injured. In 1976, his ankle was injured. In 1977, chest and stomach burns. And it is also said that he died in 1983 by his own hand through gunshot wound. Number 5 is Jason and Jenny Cairns-Lawrence. The unlucky British couple booked a series of ill-fated international holidays in 2000s that defies all probability. This couple really had it bad. First was a sightseeing trip to New York City that found them in the Big Apple on September 11, 2001, when the hijackers flew 2 planes into the World Trade Center towers, killing more than 2,700 people in the worst terrorist attack on US soil. They were holidaying in New York when this happened. Then they chose to go for a vacation closer to their home, and they booked few nights in London in July 2005. A day into their visit, where 4 suicide bombers attacked the London Underground, killing 52 people and wounding more than 700. Yet again on a vacation in Mumbai during 2008, to their horror, terrorists yet again opened a fire on luxury hotel and railway station in country's largest city, killing 174 people in the terror attack. They survived it all though. 3 vacations, 3 of the decade's deadliest terrorist attacks. We can only assume poor Jason and Jenny have been unfortunate enough to be on a vacation in 3 cities undergoing terrorist attacks. Number 4. Tsutomu Yamaguchi. He was only officially recognized survivor of both Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bomb blasts at the end of World War II. Tsutomu walks the line between being unlucky and extremely lucky. On 6th August 1945, Yamaguchi, a young engineer, was visiting Hiroshima, and seconds after getting off the tram at 8:15 am, he saw a massive flash of light and was knocked to the ground by the force of the bomb and passed out as it detonated 600 meters above the city. He was present in Hiroshima when the bomb dropped but survived with some injuries to one ear. He decided to head to Nagasaki for safety. Then on 9th August at 11:02 am, while he was in his office telling his boss about the horrors that he has witnessed in Hiroshima, once again less than 2 miles from the center, Yamaguchi saw a familiar flash of light. This time 25 kiloton plutonium bomb exploded over Nagasaki, throwing Yamaguchi to the ground. As well as almost total deafness in 1 year, his skin wounds were bandaged for 12 long years, and his wife was poisoned from the radioactive fallout. She died in 2008 at the age of 88 of kidney and liver cancer. Their son was also exposed to Nagasaki radiation when he was 6 months old, and he died in 2005 at the age of 59. Before his death at the age of 93 of stomach cancer, Yamaguchi became a passionate anti-nuclear weapon campaigner and even wrote a memoir called Twice Bombed and Twice Survived. Number 3. Anne Hodges. Anne Hodges was napping at her home in Alabama in 1954 when she became possibly only person ever to be struck by a falling meteorite. The 8.5 pound, that is approximately 3.8 kilo, space rock burnt across a clear sky before crashing through her roof, bouncing off a radio and striking her hip, leaving a massive bruise to her as she napped on the couch. Apparently, the probability of this is very, very low, that you have a better chance of getting hit by a tornado or a lightning and a hurricane all at the same time. Although she only suffered a bruise from the incident, but it brought her into the media spotlight. Overcome by the mob of people gathered outside her house and she was transferred to a hospital to recover. Next came a nasty court battle with her landlord, who claimed the famous space rock was hers, and Hodges eventually won the lawsuit but never found a buyer for what she and her husband had hoped would be a valuable object. Instead, Hodges had a nervous breakdown, divorced her husband, and died at the age of 52 in a nursing home. The meteorite remains on display in Alabama Museum of Natural History. Number 2. Melanie Martinez. She is known as the most unluckiest woman in America. She seems to be cursed when it comes to hurricanes and homes. While living in Louisiana, the school bus driver has lost 5 houses to hurricanes in the storm-prone area. Yes, 5. That's across a time span of 50 years, but her last known home which has occurred a loss was in 2012, not long after her house had received a $20,000 reality TV makeover. The transformation was aired few weeks before the arrival of Hurricane Isaac. Needless to say, it's all gone now. She continues to live there but wants to move somewhere that's hilly. Do you know something like that, to a house on a hill? Do let us know in the comment box below. Coming to the last, number 1. Frane Selak. Frane Selak is often known as the most luckiest man in the world for surviving 7 incidents with death, but 89-year-old former music teacher from Croatia sees things differently. Or you can say he is seen as the most unluckiest person. Selak's first death-defying escape came in 1962 when his train jumped the tracks and made him drown along with 17 fellow passengers. Selak himself suffered a broken arm and hypothermia. However, he survived. A year later, on his first and only airplane flight, plane went down, killing 19, and he was saved. Incredibly, Selak was thrown out of malfunctioning door and landed unharmed in a haystack. Selak was then on a bus that skidded off the road into yet another river. 2 of his cars has already caught fire, one burning off his hair. Then he was also hit by a bus in 1996. To avoid an oncoming truck, he barreled off the road, leaping free for at least a second, and his car dropped 300 feet off a cliff. And imagine, he was saved again. Then the fortune turned and his luck changed. The only truly lucky thing that has happened to him ever was winning $1 million lottery when he bought this first ever lottery ticket in 2005 to celebrate his 5th marriage. Isn't this interesting? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do let me know your views in the comment box below, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next. Thank you so much for watching.